Hello, everybody. Today's video is brought to you by asparagus, the vegetable that makes your peas stink. Hey, Wolfang here. I hope everybody's having a great Thursday. It's beautiful outside here in Cincinnati, Ohio, but it's a little cold. I think we only hit 42 degrees today, but that's okay. The sun's out, the sky's blue, the birds are chirping. It was a great day. So, today's spam report is about some old history. So let's get to it. The early machine gun that fired round and square bullets, depending on the enemy. Many consider the Maxim to be the world's first machine gun, and they're technically not wrong. Developed in 1884, it was the first automatic machine gun, but there were rudimentary models developed well over a century prior. One was the Puckle gun, which not only failed to see use on the battlefield, but also fired both round and square bullets, making it one of a kind weapon. Development of the Puckle gun. I guess that's the guy that developed it. The Puckle gun came from the mind of James Puckle, a British lawyer, inventor, and writer. He was aware that the Royal Navy was struggling in combat Ottoman pirates and thus began designing a gun that could serve as a rapid fire anti boarding weapon. In 1717, Puckle submitted a prototype of his gun to the Board of the Ordnance for trials, which immediately rejected it over issues with the flintlock mechanism. This didn't stop him, however, from filing a patent the following year. While he now legally owned his design, Puckle failed to find enough investors to mass produce the gun. While the exact totals are unknown, it's widely believed only two were manufactured. The prototype made from iron and one full-scale production model construct, constructed, spit it out, from brass. The ability to fire 9 rounds per minute. And there's a drawing of it. It's kind of trippy looking. The Puckle gun, as it became known as, was a single barrel flintlock weapon fitted with a manually operated revolving cylinder consisting of a 3 foot long barrel. Its cylinder had the ability to fire 9 rounds per minute, an impressive total, given more traditional muskets could only fire 3. Depending on the configuration, between 6 and 11 bullets could be stored in it at any one time. Operators could fire the Puckle gun much the same way they did a traditional flintlock musket. After each shot, the crank at the rear revolved, allowing the shooter to manually turn the cylinder to the next chamber. Once sealed, the mechanism was primed for firing. The interesting thing about the tripod mounted gun was that it was designed to fire both round and square bullets. Circular. I couldn't. The circular rounds were designed to operate under the intended configuration, while the square bullets were targeted against the Ottomans. At the time, it was incorrectly believed that the latter would cause more serious injuries, which would in turn convince the Turks of the benefits of Christian civilization. The Puckle gun never saw action on the battlefield. There's a better picture of it. That is kind of crazy looking. As the 1717 trials showed, the Puckle gun had some serious issues it couldn't overcome. The flintlock mechanism was faulty, and the system itself was far too complicated to mass produce. Some pamphlets even joked that it was more likely to hurt the person operating it rather than the intended target. Given these issues and the lack of faith in the weapon, the Puckle gun never saw the battlefield. While a shipping manifest related to John Montuga, second Duke of Montuga, Master General of the Ordnance, unsuccessfully in invasions of St. Lucia and St. Vincent, says two were acquired. There's no evidence to prove they ever saw action. So there you go. 1700s, this dude invented a machine gun that would shoot square bullets and round bullets. I found that kind of interesting. Square bullets and round bullets. Now, we all know that you need rifling in your barrels to make that projectile go straight. So I wonder if, I don't think they had rifling back then in those barrels. That was one of the issues, and I think Joe Morgan will correct me, but the old flintlock rifles back during, I want to say maybe Civil War, maybe before that, I don't think they really had rifling in the barrels, and if they did, it wasn't very much, because when they would fire their lead balls, I mean, you could be aiming at the person, and that lead ball might hit the guy next to who you're trying to hit. So I don't know. I am not a gunsmith. I'm not a perfectionist on guns either. I know how to shoot them. Certain ones I know how to take apart and clean, and that's it. So, but anyway, so there you go. Some old history about a machine gun. It was called Puckle gun, and I've been wanting to share this, but other things have been coming up. So I finally got this one out there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And don't forget to eat your asparagus. It's good for you. And this is Wolfang. Blessed be, stay safe. And I'll chat with y'all later. Bye.